This is the story of Aubrey Drake Graham, better known as Drake, a man whose rise from a teenage actor in Canada to a global hip-hop icon is unparalleled. But it's also a story of controversy, scrutiny, and the way public perception can shape a legacy, sometimes more powerfully than the law itself. Drake has faced accusations that range from typical celebrity gossip to something far more serious. Claims of predatory behavior toward underage girls. To be clear, Drake has never been charged, tried, or convicted of any crimes related to this. Legally, he is innocent. Morally, the debate rages on. And in the court of public opinion, repeated patterns, resurfaced videos, and amplified social media posts have created a shadow that still follows him. Drake's rise, from Toronto to global fame. His mother, Sandra Graham, worked as a teacher, and his father, Dennis Graham, was a musician who played drums with Jerry Lee Lewis. From a young age, Drake was exposed to both stability and artistry. But after his parents divorced when he was 5, he grew up primarily with his mother. Drake's first claim to fame wasn't music, it was acting. In 2001, at the age of 14, he joined the cast of Degrassi, The Next Generation, playing Jimmy Brooks, a basketball player who becomes paralyzed after a school shooting. The role made him a recognizable face to millions of teenagers worldwide and exposed him to the pressures of fame at a very young age. Even while acting, Drake pursued music. He released mixtapes like Room for Improvement, 2006, and Comeback Season, 2007. But it was his So Far Gone, 2009 mixtape that launched him into the mainstream. Hits like Best I Ever Had and Successful positioned Drake as a fresh voice in hip-hop, blending rap and R&B with emotional vulnerability rarely seen in the genre. Signing with Lil Wayne's Young Money Entertainment in 2009, Drake's debut album, Thank Me Later, 2010, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. Albums like Take Care, 2011, Nothing Was the Same, 2013, and Views, 2016, only cemented his dominance. By the 2020s, Drake had broken streaming records and redefined what it meant to be a global music icon. But with fame comes scrutiny. Drake's accessibility, his DMs, fan interactions, and public friendliness laid the groundwork for a series of controversies that would later haunt him. The Denver concert incident, 2010. One of the earliest and most cited incidents took place in Denver, Colorado. In 2010, during a sold-out show, Drake invited a female fan on stage. At first, it was a playful interaction. He hugged her, kissed her hand, and embraced her. But then it escalated. He kissed her neck, held her close, and even kissed her lips. It wasn't until afterward that he asked her age. She replied, 17. Drake paused and commented, "I can't go to jail yet. Why you look like that? You thick." Despite knowing her age, he continued the interaction before returning her to the crowd. At the time, the moment drew little attention. But when the footage resurfaced nearly a decade later, during the height of the Me Too movement, the internet exploded. Clips circulated on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Memes labeled him a pedophile, and critics debated the morality of his actions. Legally, he was within the age of consent laws in Colorado, 17 years old. Morally, the optics were damaging. Friendships with teenage celebrities. Over the years, Drake's public relationships with young female celebrities intensified the scrutiny. Millie Bobby Brown. In 2018, Millie Bobby Brown, then 14, revealed she had a close friendship with Drake. She described texting him for advice about boys and said their relationship was playful and supportive. Brown herself defended the friendship, calling online criticism weird. However, the public reaction was harsher. Social media users argued that a man in his 30s texting a 14-year-old about romantic topics reflected a power imbalance, sparking accusations of grooming, even if the intent was purely friendly. Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish, still under 18 when Drake reached out, also described him as supportive. While Eilish defended him as the nicest guy, online discourse once again painted a picture of Drake as someone positioning himself close to teenage stars, whether intentionally or not. Kylie Jenner. Rumors surrounding Kylie Jenner added fuel to the fire. Though she was legally an adult when linked to Drake, critics pointed out that he had known her since she was a minor. This reinforced the perception, fair or not, that Drake blurred boundaries between mentorship, friendship, and romance. Taken together, these examples contributed to a pattern in the public's eyes, forming the narrative that Drake gravitated toward teenage girls. In 2024, the controversy escalated during Drake's feud with Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick released a series of diss tracks that accused Drake of having relationships with underage girls and hinted at a secret daughter. In hip-hop, diss tracks are more than entertainment. They can shape reputations permanently. For many fans, Kendrick's lyrics confirmed suspicions that had circulated for years. Drake responded with The Heart Part 6, denying all allegations and dismissing the idea of a secret daughter. He argued that if these claims were true, legal authorities would have intervened long ago. But the court of public opinion doesn't require proof. Repetition and optics are often enough. Social media amplification. The internet has a memory, and social media doesn't forgive. Memes, clips, and screenshots of Drake's interactions with teenage celebrities went viral. Millie Bobby Brown and Billie Eilish defended him publicly. Drake's case highlights the difference between legal innocence and moral scrutiny. Legally, many interactions were within the law. Morally, public opinion judged the optics of a man in his 30s interacting intimately with minors. Modern understanding of grooming emphasizes power imbalance and intention. Social media echo chambers. Viral clips, memes, and diss tracks amplify narratives, often permanently. Conclusion. Drake's story is a case study in the power of fame, scrutiny, and social media. From the Denver concert in 2010 to his teenage friendships, from diss tracks by rivals to memes that label him online, the court of public opinion has left a lasting mark. Legally, Drake is innocent. Morally, the debate will continue. But one thing is clear: perception is powerful, and in the digital age, it can define a legacy just as strongly as reality. For Thriller X, this story is a reminder that no superstar exists in a vacuum. Every action, every interaction, every rumor can ripple across the world, sometimes for decades. If you want more in-depth investigations into celebrity controversies, make sure to subscribe to Thriller X and turn on notifications so you never miss a video.